seductive trap to fall into, and I fight it all the time. You know, I try not to compare them, but it's not easy. They were twins, after all, even though they aren't identical. I try to focus on their differences.
For instance?
Babe was impulsive. You know, she survived on instinct. Again, her upbringing. And Marissa, she's more thoughtful, methodical. She likes to think things through twice before she acts.
Sort of like you.
Yeah, right, like me. Yeah, miss look before I leave. Not. No, I made a lot of the same mistakes Babe made. Problem is, I never learned my lesson. If Marissa has inherited anything from David, it's to always think a few steps ahead and weigh the consequences.
Marissa's nothing like David.
I'm talking about the David that you don't know. The David that very few people saw. The man that I fell in love with and married. And I know he is one big walking contradiction, but if you take away all that bad stuff, the scheming and the obsessing, you'll find that the two of them are a lot alike.
Come on, Zach, open the door. Zach! What do you want? My son.
I'm Kurt Studley with World Vision Canada in El Salvador. In the 1980s, this country was ravaged by a brutal civil war. That war is over, but now the people of El Salvador are battling hunger and disease.
Mi vida es difícil.
My life is difficult. I only wish I had more to provide for my children and give them a better future.
Sonia is struggling to feed Nelson and her other children, and she needs your help. That's why we need Ottawa residents to sponsor 2,000 children before September 7th. Through World Vision Child Sponsorship, you can help provide things like medical care, nutrition, clean water, and education. I know that child sponsorship works. I've seen World Vision in action. The Ottawa Campaign for Children needs 2,000 sponsors by September 7th. Please call 1-800-329-6038. Do it today. Imagine the difference you can make.
My dad is awesome. He makes a fence up.
My dad is still awesome. For over 30 years, he's helped people with all kinds of fences, like PVC, chain link, wood, and iron.
Remember, if you're thinking fences,
Think fence all.
It takes about 90 days in the cool, dark earth to grow delicious Ontario potatoes. Storing them in a cool, dark place is the best way to maintain their flavor and freshness. The more you know, the fresher they taste. Foodland, Ontario.
Space of any car in its class, and leases from $149 a month. Nissan Versa is, without question, the best part of your day. Hey, soap's up.
Hello. Susan Lucci made appearances on both Ellen and Regis and Kelly on Friday. She told Kelly Ripa that she doesn't know what she's going to do, meaning she doesn't know if she's going to move to LA with the show or not. She said she's taking a little holiday and will decide after that. Perhaps there's a way she could live in New York but fly out to shoot scenes every now and then? I don't know, I'm trying. Apparently, cast and crew have been given 1 week to decide whether they're staying or not. In an interview with the New York Daily News, actor Torsten Kay, who plays Zach, said, "I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not the kind of dad who wants to be 3,000 miles away from my kids, and it's not exactly the best time to sell real estate." Of course, we know he is married to Susan Haskell from One Life to Live, and that show is staying in New York. My personal opinion, I think the family should move to LA, and Haskell should say bye-bye to One Life. I'm not her biggest fan, and I think she is a lot more replaceable than Torsten. Now, I speculated Friday that maybe some former cast who already live in LA might come back. Word is that Alexa Haven's ex-Babe doesn't want to, but that Rebecca Budig, Greenlee, and Eden Regal, Bianca, are in. Nothing is confirmed yet, though. Let's talk storylines. I have to hand it to Natalia. I loved the scene last week where she gave Jesse what for covering up Kendall's confession. I understand what he's saying about protecting your family and all that, but how dare he turn it around on her and suggest Natalia is the amateur and that she has a lot to learn. I'm very proud of her for standing up to him and very disappointed with him for all of his actions. Spoiler alert, later this week, Angie puts the pieces of Henry North's murder together and confronts Jesse, and it is about time. See you tomorrow. Have yourself a great day.
Get interactive with your favorite soap at atv.ca.
Oh, I was right. The kids were sleeping or asleep, and I didn't wake them up. What do you want? He's my son. I know. Kendall's gone now. If you want to take him, you can. I don't think it's a great idea. Just lost their mother, you know, and he likes being a big brother to Ian. That's what Kendall wants. I agree. I agree he should be here with Ian, and he should be here with you, I think. You think? What's going on, man? What's going on? Erica comes to see me. She's not happy at all. She believes that I know what Erica believes. She'll go to prison and see Kendall and maybe even break her up. That's what she believes. I'm confused, because right up until the sentencing, you were sure that Kendall was innocent. And now you won't even make an attempt to go and see her. Thank you for your concern for my marriage. This is what Kendall wants. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. If you still believe that Kendall was innocent, you wouldn't be doing this. So what happened? What changed?
Liza. Erica. Well, Zach is determined to keep his distance from Kendall. Zach was fighting so hard for Kendall, even after she said that she was guilty. And now all of a sudden he just stops. It'll be okay. Well, maybe it'll be okay for you, but it won't be okay for Kendall. Kendall is locked away in her prison cell. She's away from her home. She's away from her boys. Why in the world would Zach just all of a sudden do this to her? Maybe he's doing it for her. Maybe he thinks that seeing him or talking with the boys would be harder on her. Maybe that's why he's doing it so easily. How could it be harder on
August 10th, 2009, using the guitar
solitary
chords.
confinement is as hard as it gets.
D, E7, and A7. This song
And
is
why
going to
is
be called.
she even in solitary confinement at this
Why did
stage,
she give
Liza?
up?
Well, maybe
and
it has
now
something to do with
he's given
her
up
attempting to escape.
on her innocence.
Oh, guard. Excuse me, what's taking so long? I have been waiting, over 20 minutes to see my daughter.
She's refusing to see anyone.
Why did she give up on her own innocence and say she was guilty? Why did he give up on her innocence and just let her be? Well, it's a big give up, giving up now. Why should they do that when her freedom's in jeopardy? Well, they never found the real killer yet. They suspect her, and she confessed, but nobody thinks she really done it yet. Well, a lot of people are left on the street because of this now. Our children are even without a mom now.
Don't make the mistake of trying.
Mysterioso.
You're right about one thing. I need some rest.
Mysterioso.